I am Faith, 32 years old, a software developer in Buffalo, New York, scraping by on freelance gigs while raising my 6-year-old daughter alone after my divorce. For months, I'd been quietly funneling money into a secret education fund, not just for her future, but to bail out my family from their endless financial messes. I'd wire cash for their bills repairs and whatever crisis hit next, all while juggling deadlines and her bedtime stories. That evening, I walked into my parents' old Victorian house for our weekly family dinner, the smell of overcooked roast hanging heavy. My daughter clutched my hand as we sat down. My parents and sister were already there, forks clinking. Midway through the meal, my father barked, "That kid of yours is too soft, needs discipline." My mother nodded sharply. "Exactly. Spoiled rotten by your lax rules." Then my sister sneered. "Her place isn't at the table with us. Send her up to the attic, let her learn some grit." My heart raced as they grabbed her arm and marched her upstairs to the dusty, cobweb-filled space, locking the door behind her. I heard her small cries echo down. Fury surged through me. I stormed up, yanked the door open, and pulled her into my arms. "Enough!" I snapped, facing them. "You treat her like trash, watch what happens next. If you've ever dealt with family who dismissed your child like that, share your experience in the comments. Where are you tuning in from?" My father slammed his fist on the table, face turning red. "You ungrateful brat. We've put up with your messes for years and now you question us." My mother crossed her arms, eyes narrow. "Yeah, Faith always playing the victim. That girl needs to toughen up, life ain't handouts like you think." I held my daughter close, her tears soaking my shirt, but I bit back the urge to scream. Instead, I said calmly, "She's 6. This isn't discipline, it's cruelty. Let us leave." My sister laughed, leaning back in her chair. "Oh, please, sis. You're the one who can't handle real work. Freelancing from home. That's just lazy excuses while we scrape by." Their words stung, but I kept my voice steady. "I've been helping you all more than you know." It started a year ago after my divorce left me rebuilding everything. My parents had retired early, my father from factory shifts with a bad knee, my mother from retail claiming stress. Bills piled up, fast rent, late power flickering. I set up that education fund secretly meant for my daughter's college, but I dipped into it to wire them money, 500 here for medical copays, 300 there for groceries. At first, it was small asks. My mother would call during my lunch breaks. "Honey, the fridge broke. Could you spot us 400? We'll pay back." I'd transfer it right away, watching the fund shrink while I pulled all-nighters on coding projects. Then my sister jumped in, always with her failed ventures. "Faith, my new job hunt needs a laptop upgrade, 800 covers it. You're good with tech, right?" She'd text relentlessly if I hesitated. By spring, the demands escalated. My father demanded 1,000 for car fixes, a sedan that guzzled gas. "You owe us for raising you," he'd grumble over speakerphone. I enabled it, convincing myself family stuck together. My savings alerts buzzed oddly, a $50 pull I didn't recall, then 100 from the fund's linked account. I dismissed them as glitches, too exhausted from debugging code and school runs. One night after a client meeting, another ping hit, unusual transfer of 1,000 to an unknown account. Hands shaking, I traced it back, routed to my sister's name memo reading "New ride deposit." That snapped something, but I pushed it down for the moment. Back at the dinner table now, their mockery boiled over. My sister smirked. "If you were reliable like me, maybe we'd respect your kid more. But nah, addicts where burdens go." My father nodded. "Damn right. She's cluttering our space, send her back up there." My mother added, "Kids these days don't know hardship. We did you a favor." I felt the control slipping, hurt turning to quiet resolve. "You're wrong about everything," I muttered, but they ignored me, passing plates, like nothing happened. My sister quipped, Bet you'll wire more cash tomorrow, can't say no to family, huh? The jabs kept coming, each one digging deeper into old wounds from years of their favoritism. Finally, I stood. We're done here. I scooped up my daughter and headed for the door, their shouts following. You'll regret this, Faith. We need that cash flow, my mother yelled. Think of us, how will we manage? My sister chimed in. Yeah, don't be selfish. Your funds for all of us. Outside rain pelted the driveway as I buckled her in. Hurt twisted inside me, but control held I'd uncover the full betrayal soon. That night, alone in my apartment, I replayed their voices while checking bank logs again. Discrepancies piled up. 2,000 siphoned last month, forged approvals with my sister's signature. It wasn't just one transfer, it was systematic theft. My therapist had warned me months back. This giving pattern drains you. Set boundaries. I'd started noting transfers in an app, dates, and amounts. Now it all clicked. Their emergencies were lies. My sister's job hunts funded luxuries like that new sedan I spotted in their garage last week. Anger built slow, controlled. I wouldn't explode yet. Instead, I texted a neighbor I'd confided in before. Need your help tomorrow. She replied, quick, on it. Seen enough of their crap? The next morning, I woke early, coffee in hand, and dove deeper into the bank app on my laptop. My daughter played quietly nearby with her blocks, humming a tune from school. The logs revealed more. 15,000 gone over 6 months, all with forged scans of my signature linked to my sister's account. Memos varied: vehicle down payment, personal loan repay. It totaled $35,000 stolen from the fund I'd built for my daughter's future. Pain hit first, sharp and deep, like a betrayal from blood. But it shifted quick to cold calculation. I grabbed my phone and hit record during a test call to my sister, pretending concern. Hey, about last night, everything okay with money? That alert freaked me out. She hesitated, then spilled casual. Chill, sis. Mom needed it for bills, and I grabbed some for my new wheels. That sedan's a steal at 10 grand. We'll square up later, promise. Her voice cracked a bit, but the admission was clear. I ended the call, saved the audio, and cross-checked statements. Another transfer, 5,000 to my father's old union fund, rerouted for home repairs that never happened. Their lies unraveled. My mother's stress treatments were spa trips. My father's meds funded bets at the track. Fury built, but I channeled it. I called my therapist back from our last session. This theft, it's fraud, right? He confirmed. Document everything, get a pro on it. That's when I reached out to a financial expert I'd researched online, Dr. Gibson, specializing in identity theft cases. His office picked up fast. Send the files over, we'll analyze, free for the consult. By noon, my neighbor showed up at my door, coffee thermos in tow. Spill it all, she said, settling on the couch. I played the recording, showed the logs. Her eyes widened. Holy crap, they've been playing you. I saw your sister pull up in that fancy sedan last month, bragged about family perks. Count me in as witness. We pieced it together over the next hour. She'd overheard my parents boasting to friends about easy cash from the reliable one. Doctor. Gibson emailed back quick. Clear forgery here, 35,000 exposure. Recommend freezing accounts and legal action under New York law. Cold resolve settled in. No more pain, just strategy. I canceled all linked transfers, watching confirmations pop green. Zero owed. My phone buzzed, nonstop texts from my mother. Bank error, payment bounced. Fix it now. My sister. What the hell? My cards declined, your fault. I ignored them, focusing on the plan. Hurt faded to steel. They'd crossed the line, treating my daughter like dirt while draining me dry. Time to expose it all. That afternoon, I met Dr. Gibson downtown, files in a folder. This is textbook fraud, he said, circling entries. Co-signed without consent, felony territory. My neighbor tagged along her notes on their overheard schemes, adding weight. They laughed about it, she told him. Thought you'd never notice. As we wrapped, my father called, voice booming. You blocking us, we raised you pay up or else. Yeet. I hit record again. Or else what? Admit the theft. He stammered. It was borrowing family helps family. Click. More evidence. I dug even further that evening, pulling old emails from my sister begging for temporary loans. One read, "Need 2,000 for interview clothes, pay you back next paycheck." But bank records showed it went straight to her car dealer. My mother had emailed too. Dad's knee surgery copay 3,000 urgent. Traced to a casino withdrawal. The scale hit me. 35,000 wasn't random. It was planned. I contacted the bank fraud line, voice steady. Report unauthorized transfers. I told the rep. She walked me through forms confirming holds on their accounts. We'll investigate, she said. Gather proof. Emotions peaked, rage at 9 out of 10, but controlled. No tears, just action. I drafted an email to a lawyer friend of Dr. Gibson's attaching everything. Ultimatum incoming, I whispered to myself. The shift was complete from victim to avenger. My daughter hugged me tight before bed. Mommy, okay? She asked. Better than ever, I replied, kissing her forehead. Tomorrow, the confrontation. My sister rang late, frantic. Fix this mess. My engagement party's next week, venue deposit bounced. I recorded that too. Not my problem. You stole it. She gasped. Stole it was ours to use your family. The denial fueled me more. Dr. Gibson followed up. Strong case, repay or face charges house as collateral. My neighbor texted, ready for the meet, I'll back you. Resolve locked in. Payback started now. The lawyer's office buzzed with activity as I pushed through the door the next day, armed with the folder of evidence. Dr. Gibson had connected me to him sharp guy named Ellis, but I stuck to professional chats. My neighbor sat beside me ready to testify. Ellis scanned the docs. Solid case. We'll draft the demand, repay 35,000 in 60 days or charges fly. Their house as collateral. We sent it certified mail that afternoon straight to their doorstep. By evening, my phone exploded. My father roared in voicemail, "This is bullshit, you can't do this to your own blood." I saved it, adding to the pile. My mother texted, pleading, "Come talk, honey. We can fix this family style." My sister called, next voice shaky. "Sis, it's a mix-up. That money was for my wedding venues demanding balance. Help us out one last time." No way. I arranged a family meet at their place the following night under pretense of discussion. My neighbor came as support, phone hidden to record. We gathered in the living room, my parents on the couch. My sister pacing. I laid out the papers. "You forged my signature, stole from my daughter's fund for your crap like that sedan and spa days." My father jumped up. "Lies! We borrowed, pay us respect." My mother wailed. "How dare you accuse us after all we've done?" My sister snapped. "You're overreacting. It was temporary. My fiancé's job starts soon, we'll double it back." I played the recordings, her admission about the car, my father's threats. Their faces drained color. "That's fraud," I said flat. "Sign the agreement or face court. Felony theft up to 5 years." My neighbor chimed in. "I heard you brag about it. Spare the act, you locked a kid in the attic." My sister lunged forward. "You bitch, you'll ruin everything, my engagement's off if this hits." She shoved the table papers, scattering. Ellis had prepped me, stay cool. "Sign now." My father cursed. "Extortion. We're family." But his hand shook as he grabbed the pen, scratching his name. My mother followed, sobbing. "You're breaking us." My sister glared daggers but signed last. "You'll pay for this humiliation." No wiggle room, the house locked and payments to creditors scheduled. Their denial twisted to rage. My father spat. "Ungrateful whore, crawl back when you're broke." My mother begged. "Think of holidays, the grandkid." My sister hissed. "Regret this, sis. We were your safety net." I stood tall. "No more. You treated us like garbage." We left their venom echoing. Outside, my neighbor squeezed my arm. "You nailed it." Adrenaline pumped revenge in motion, no turning back. Back home, I froze their access fully bank, confirming holds. Texts flooded my sister whining about canceled plans, my mother about eviction notices looming. I blocked them all. Dr. Gibson updated case filed if they default. The reveal hit like a bomb. They scrambled, but too late. My father stormed my apartment 2 days later, pounding the door. Open up. This ends now. I called cops through the peephole, recorded his threats. You'll lose everything like us. Police escorted him off. Restraining order followed. My sister tried social media guilt posts about betrayed by kin. Friends messaged me screenshots. I responded public. Thieves don't get sympathy. Likes poured in, old acquaintances siding with me. Court date loomed. They defaulted. Judge ruled in favor, house seized. Auction netted enough to repay me $25,000 rest to debts. My father yelled in court. She's destroying us. Bailiff silenced him. Weeks passed. Their house went into foreclosure after missed payments. Deputies cleared it out, boxes curbside. My father took a warehouse gig, $10 an hour, mopping floors. His betting spiraled, stubs piling in his pockets. My mother clerked at a convenience store, $8 hourly, eyes dull from breakdowns. My sister's wedding imploded, her fiancé bailed amid the scandal, leaving debts. Her bar job vanished when bosses heard about the fraud. Irony stung, they'd called my daughter a burden, yet now they begged relatives for scraps. Neighbors gossiped. My one texted updates. Their shunned cousins cut ties. Satisfaction grew, no guilt. I relocated us to a cozy apartment downtown, rent affordable at $900 monthly. Gigs poured in, coding contracts adding $20,000 yearly. Mornings meant debugging with fresh brew afternoons. Park time with my daughter, her laughs free. Their numbers stayed blocked, pleas vanishing into void. Cutting ties wasn't spite, it was freedom. The weight lifted. I scrolled her school pics, smiling wide. Payback complete, their dark world collapsed. Mine brightened. Months rolled by after the court ruling, their downfall accelerating. My father lost his janitor spot after showing up drunk, reduced to odd jobs like yard work for $5 an hour. Creditors hounded him daily. He pawned tools to cover bets gone wrong. My mother quit her store gig amid panic attacks, couch surfing with distant aunts who soon tired of her complaints. Nobody understands our pain. She'd voicemail me before I blocked her anew. My sister faced the worst. Her ex spread rumors online about the fraud tanking her job hunts. She crashed at motels, scraping minimum wage at fast food, her once flashy life shattered. This your fault, she messaged from a burner number. Fix it or I'll expose your secrets. I forwarded it to the lawyer, harassment charge added to her pile. Her attempts at reconciliation fizzled. Old friends ghosted her after hearing the full story. The house sold at auction. Proceeds barely covered debts, leaving them homeless briefly. Relatives turned them away, whispering about the toxic trio. My neighbor updated me sporadically. Saw your sister begging on the street corner, rough. No pity stirred, they'd earned it. Dr. Gibson closed the case, telling me full repayment was wired back $30,000. Bank alerts confirmed it, restoring the fund plus interest. I invested it wisely, watching it grow for my daughter's college. Meanwhile, I thrived. I secured a full-time remote dev role at a tech firm with my salary jumping to $80,000 yearly. Weekends meant coding side hustles netting extra $10,000. My daughter enrolled in a better school, her art projects covering our walls. We baked cookies together, her giggles erasing old shadows. My social circle expanded as I joined a mom's group and shared stories. Cut toxic family, I advised one. Worth it. Dates started too. I met a kind guy at work events, no rush but promising. One last confrontation hit 6 months post-ruling. My father ambushed me at a coffee shop looking haggard. You happy now we're ruined? He said, his voice cracking. Give us a loan, just $5,000 to start over. I sipped my latte. No, you stole from us first. He pleaded. Family forgives your mom cries nightly. I stood. Should have thought of that before the attic. My mother tried next via email. Grandma's ring sell it for us. We need shelter. An attached photo showed her frail. I deleted it. My sister emailed too. Engagement ring pawned, broke even? Help with rent? Her tone desperate. We're blood. I replied once. Blood doesn't forge signatures. The lawyer handled stray threats with a cease and desist sent. Their pleas stopped eventually. Silence golden. I changed numbers, moved again to a brighter condo with 1,200 rent but worth it. Freelance boomed clients raved about my apps adding 15,000 more income. Evenings involved story time with my daughter, her bear safe beside her. Vacations followed beach trips, her first plane ride. Mommy, we're happy, she said while building sandcastles. Pride swelled. I'd protected her at last. The community shunned them fully. The church group dropped my parents after details leaked. My sister relocated out of state, rumor said, starting over alone. My father hit rock bottom with a rehab stint funded by charity. My mother isolated herself, regretting in letters forwarded by cousins. We messed up, bad one read. I tossed it. Freedom tasted sweet. No more wires, no guilt texts. Their world crumbled while mine rebuilt solid. If they regretted, it was too late. Actions spoke. Payback delivered, ties severed forever. A year after their collapse, I stood in our condo's kitchen watching my daughter sketch a rainbow with crayons, her smile brighter than ever. The scars they left, those cruel words, the attic, the theft faded against her laughter. I'd learned the hardest lesson: family isn't owed loyalty when it's built on lies. They treated us like tools, but I carved our freedom from their betrayal. Reflecting now, I see where I went wrong, trusting too long, giving too much. Every wire I sent fed their greed, not love. My mistake was thinking blood meant duty. Therapy taught me that enabling abusers only buries you deeper. I wish I'd drawn the line sooner, before my daughter's cries echoed in that attic. One session, my therapist asked why I carried their weight. It clicked. I was drowning for people who didn't care. Don't wait for their remorse. If they demand cash while dismissing your child, they're not family, they're parasites. Start small, say no. Once watch their reaction. My father's rage when I paused. A transfer was my first clue. It'll be yours too. Document everything: texts, calls, bank alerts. Those recordings turned my case airtight in court. Kids deserve better than toxic shadows. Mine now knows her worth. She talks about college, saving pennies from her allowance. I teach her boundaries, something I learned late. If you're a parent, model strength, they'll carry it forward. My daughter's confidence grew watching me fight. Yours can too. Society drills family first into us, but that's a lie when it costs your soul. I built a new circle: moms from school, coders from work. They're my real support, not users like my sister. When she begged last month via a cousin's phone, "Just 1,000, I'm starving," I hung up. No guilt. Her choice is not mine. My mother tried letters forwarded by an aunt. "We're sorry. Come back?" I trashed them. Apologies don't erase fraud. Practical steps saved me, and they can save you. Lock accounts tight. I use apps like Mint to monitor every cent now. Therapy isn't a luxury, it's armor. Mine helped me see their love as control. Legal help's out there, free clinics in Buffalo got me started. Don't fear the law. It's your shield. My lawyers cease and desist, stop their threats cold. I'm no longer their doormat. I'm a mother who fought back, a coder who thrives. My daughter's science fair win last week, first place for her robot, felt like our victory. We celebrated with ice cream, no shadows looming. I started mentoring at her school, teaching kids to code. It heals me, giving back what they stole, time, joy. Others walk this path. I've read comments online: parents cutting off, leeching siblings, kids escaping cruel homes. You're not alone. Share your story. It strengthens us all. I did, and it freed me. One woman messaged me, Your story gave me guts to block my dad. That's the ripple effect, real change. Gaslighting is their weapon. You're selfish, they'd say, but that's projection. Trust your gut. If they threaten, get protection fast. I did, and peace followed. Build networks elsewhere? My tech group's now my backbone, cheering my promotions. Dignity is non negotiable. Cut toxic ties clean, and you'll rebuild stronger. I did new home steady gigs, a daughter who shines. They lost everything. I gained peace. Forgiveness. Not my job. I chose forward, not backward. Thank you for hearing me out. If this hits home, smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and comment below. What toxic family did you escape? What gave you the courage? Where are you watching from?